Hi everyone, thanks again for tuning in to another episode of the Positivity Project, your one and only news network focusing on the good, fun, and positive things that's happening in the world. My guest today is salon owner and TV personality Martino Cartier, owner of Martino Cartier Salon and founder of Friends Are By Your Side Foundation. Please welcome Martino Cartier. Hey, how are you, Martino?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks for sitting down with me today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Come over here a little.
Absolutely.
So, you're well known for your hit Bravo TV series, Tabitha Salon Takeover. How's that changed your life, and how's it benefited the salon?
Well, I mean, Tabitha's amazing, you know, as everybody knows, and I think not only the energy that she brought, you know, and the exposure that she brought to the salon, which is how we became, you know, platform artists for Character Complex, and it's really why Friends Are By Your Side started too, because she gave us the exposure to reach out to all these salon owners that want to help and want to get involved. So it's one of the best things that ever happened.
Oh, that's great. Your adoption story is absolutely amazing. I mean, I read it online and other people can read it too. How has it changed your life knowing about your past and your Egyptian roots?
I think the fact that after 21 years I was able to find my birth family, I was able to use that story to motivate other hairdressers and salon owners at trade shows, just spinning the story that, you know, whatever your dream is, you know, don't ever give up, don't ever quit, you know, and it brings people to tears when I share it at the shows, and it just motivates them to, you know, fulfill their dreams and never quit.
Wow, that's inspiring. It's so inspiring to see a salon owner who's so involved in charity and giving back to those in need, especially cancer victims. How did this inspiration get started back originally in 1998?
So we had a client come in with a little boy named Bobby.
Okay.
And he had a rare form of brain cancer, just being raised by a single mom, you know, and I just, you know, I said, look, if we have a cut-a-thon, let's see what we can do. And raised $20,000 in one day, which paid the mortgage for this single mom for 2 years so she could stay on with Bobby, and Bobby lived for 2 years. So at the end of the 2 years, you know, Bobby passed away. And then 3 years ago, one of my best friends, Johnny, his mom had breast cancer. And realizing how hard it was for her to get a wig that looked real, that's kind of how Friends Are By Your Side started.
So can you tell us, since you said that, can you tell us about how the foundation started Friends Are By Your Side and what's the purpose of it? So
I kind of thought, like, usually things in the industry of hair are segregated. You know, like this color brand doesn't talk to this color brand. This extension brand doesn't talk to this extension brand. And I'm like, you know, kind of like Madonna and Lady Gaga, right?
Right. So,
well, Michael Jackson had We Are the World. He brought them all together and made a huge difference. So I'm like, why can't we have We Are the World in the hair industry? You know, and a lot of people, you know, that's kind of how it started. And a lot of people said it wouldn't work. And in the beginning, we only had like 15 salons, and all the big players in the industry just like, yeah, you had me to death, but never did anything. And then all of a sudden, it just took off. And now we have major players in the industry, you know, like Procter & Gamble was always on board, Character Complex was always on board, but now it's huge. You know, our Night of Wigs and Wishes was our first annual gala. We had 1,200 people, and the Cake Boss, his sister Mary from the show was there, and the whole cast of JerseyLicious. Of course, Tabitha came, you know, and
my favorite show, JerseyLicious.
Oh my God, JerseyLicious, they're great. They were amazing. And awesome. But salons flew in from all over the world. We had a salon from Australia come, who's one of our partner salons from Friends Are By Your Side. And now, you know, we grant wishes for kids, and we just make a huge difference in the world. And it's all hairdressers doing it.
That's great. Kiki, who I know is a big inspiration for Friends Are By Your Side, she seems like a beautiful soul and such an inspiration to everyone around her. What do you think her message would be to people today who are going through a tough time currently? You know, Kiki was an exceptional kid. She never complained. Never, and always wanted to give back. So even when she was at the last stages of her life, she wanted us to have a toy drive, which is why we had that toy drive where we raised over 5,000 toys, filled an 18-wheeler. She passed away and didn't get to see the end results, but we took them all to New Morris Children's Hospital, DuPont, Delaware, and that was all from Kiki. So, you know, I had promised Kiki the last week that she was here that she'd never be forgotten. So now every time we do anything with toys or giving back, it's always about Kiki. So it'll be about Kiki as long as I'm living, you know. Oh, that's wonderful. Part of Friends Are By Your Side's mission is to provide free wigs to women and children who are currently going through chemotherapy for no charge at all. How did you come up with this idea, and how did you get other salons to partner with you, considering it's free, you know? So it was hard getting started. Basically,
what I tried to do was find different suppliers that would respect what we're doing, give us a break on the cost, and it was hard in the beginning. But now we have a couple partners that give us a nice discount, but it's still, we want to give high-end wigs to these women. We don't want to give them crappy wigs with big felt pads in the front that, looks like the old lady from church when I was 5, We want them to have wigs like Beyonce wears, like lace front, can't tell. So these are like $600 to $1,200 wigs, and we're able to get them right now for about $100. And we show other salons how to raise the money through cut-a-thons and different things. And our clients at our salons are amazing, and they donate at least $1,000 a week to Friends Are By Your Side. Every client gets asked to donate $1 or more. They always do. But in the future, we have our own wig line. It's coming out very soon, hopefully within the next year. It'll be a Friends Are By Your Side wig line, which will allow and empower more salons to make these women look beautiful.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how can we know if our salon that we go to supports or donates to Friends Are By Your Side?
That's a great question, because I always tell people, if your salon's not a Friends Are By Your Side salon, you should find one that is, because everyone's affected by cancer.
Yeah.
And if there's a salon that's too good to give back, then they should shut their front doors. That's what I always tell people.
Yeah,
but they can go to friendsarbyourside.com and click on Find a Salon. It puts up all the states in our country and other continents, and you can just put in your zip code and see what salons around you are members. And if your salon's not a member, you really should go in there and tell them, hey, to be a member.
That's great. So I guess they can on your website also become a member as well.
Absolutely, and you can go and just click sign up. It's free. We tell you how to do it, how to get the wigs. We even will ship you wigs to help you get started if you need it. We make it really simple.
That's great. And no salon is not good enough. So
totally.
That's great for cancer. But
I always tell salons, these salons wonder why we're so successful. I mean, thank God we are. We're a busy salon, but you can't make it if you don't give back. So for a salon that signs up, just imagine you walk in a salon for the first time. You've never been there, and there's a woman with her kids, and they're wiping tears, and next thing you know, another hairdresser shaves a mohawk on that woman. Now the kids' tears turn into laughter, and they spray crazy colors. Now the mom's laughing. Then they shave it, put this wig on that you can't tell is a wig, looks better than her owner ever did, and you find out it was all free. You're going to be like, wow. And you're going to tell people, so guess what? Now that salon grows. I try to tell these salons, not only are you doing a good deed, but you're going to grow.
No, definitely. I love that. If we know someone who is currently undergoing chemotherapy and in need of your help, how can they reach out to you for help?
They can just go to friendsarbyourside.com. There's a UPS delivery.
Anything can happen.
Love live.
Yeah, right? No, that's okay.
Yeah. So, but they can just go to Friends Are By Your Side. There's a contact form. They can email me at martino@martinocartier.com, or they can call the salon.
That's awesome. Is there any events coming up for the foundation or the salon that we can attend? If so, where can we find out about it?
Well, we just launched the date for our second annual Night of Wigs and Wishes, which is going to be October 5th, 2014 at Lucian's Manor. So tickets will go on sale probably in another month. And last year was an amazing time. It was over the top, to say the least. We had fire dancers, a lion cub. We did the Circle of Life reenactment.
Wow, that sounds intense.
Yeah, it was.
I'll have to get my ticket. That sounds pretty cool. I'll have to attend. Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
Definitely.
Who's been the biggest inspiration in your life? What advice can you give the people who want to go into the hair and beauty industry, but also want to make a difference?
I think my biggest inspiration is John McCormick. He owns a chain of salons in Texas called Visible Changes. And if you look up his story, he's just the most inspiring person. He has a #1 best-selling book, and he's just an unbelievable story of someone who can go from nothing to a multi-million-dollar business, and he gives back to his employees, and he cares, and he's just a great guy. So, he's an inspiration to follow. If you want to get into the beauty industry, just go on and look up Visible Changes. But if you want to get involved, just find a good school that's all about education, that's about motivation, that's about empowering, and just pushing you to launch out and be different.
Wow, that's great. Well, thank you so much, Martino, for chatting with us today about this amazing foundation and that's doing so much good for people. If you'd like to learn more about the foundation, please visit www.friendsarbyourside.com. And if you'd like to make an appointment with Martino or visit one of his salons, visit www.martinocartier.com. Thanks again for tuning in, guys, and always remember to encourage, inspire, empower everyone around you in life. Thanks, guys.